Hello, this is your disabled combat vet, Michael Commiso in the battle, but he's on. Well, I just want to say, I feel like I did a lot of good, cool things around me as Commiso. You know, I feel like, I don't know. You know, when I look on my Facebook account, how it feels like everybody rushed to the conclusion and believe one person online kind of thing. And I don't know. So, I just wanted to show you something. I collect things because, I don't know, I grew up with my parents. We always went to flea markets. The places that we usually go is to the beach with grandma, and then flea markets, and and go to great grandma's house, go to the beach. That was pretty much all I really remember doing. So we always went to the flea markets, we always went to the beach, and we always went to great grandma's house, and that's really how far I went as Commiso around New. I just have that, I don't know, I just collect things that looks cool to me. I really don't have any, I don't feel like I'm a professional collector or whatever. I guess I paid attention in school, and I do research before I buy things, and I look up, the most expensive baseball card, the most expensive Pokemon card, the most expensive baseball. I guess basically just a lot of that. I didn't get a chance to look up everything, and then I just eye things, and I'm like, I've been collecting baseball cards since I was a child in the state of New Jersey. So there's one thing I can do, being a good parent one day. I could teach my kids to collect things at flea markets. To be patient, because things that not everybody wants the same thing as you. So that's one cool thing about collecting, each people have their own thing they like collecting, so I do it to, try to bring back memories hanging with my grandmom, and I miss going to great grandma's house with my mom and my dad and my brother and grandma, and going to the beach with grandmom and everything, because being young was simple. I feel like, I don't know how hard it is to live on planet Earth as a human being, but I feel like being young is simpler than being, I feel like, I don't understand, because people like I don't know, I just don't have the any kind of connection of being young to old. But when you're young, you see the world like the first time being young. So buying a toy for the first time or opening a Christmas gift at Christmas, and I really I like being surprised at Christmas. So I really never told my parents or anybody what I liked for Christmas. I just waited for Christmas and whatever you got. And somehow my parents knew exactly what I wanted. I don't even know how. So I remember, see, me and my brother was unacceptable. You couldn't separate us, me and my brother. We did everything together to go in great-great-grandma's house, and my brother became a skateboarder. So I tried to, well, if my brother's a skateboarder, I try to rode on the skates. So I didn't have enough practice on skates. And I feel like you have to have really decent skates. See, yeah, skateboarding's probably super freaking hard to do, but skates, if your wheels suck, I know, I remember when we tried out our skates in Ewing Township and on Parkway, and I was trying these skates, and I guess my brother learned you need good trucks. The bearings, the better the bearings of the wheel, the better you can do tricks on the skates or on a skateboard, or I guess that's a bike. So bike gotta have good wheels, but I don't think bikes need bearings, but they got the tires. Well, anyways, I remember having not that good of wheels on the skates, and it's super hard to skate on sidewalks with, I guess it's concrete with stones in it. You got stones in the concrete on the sidewalk, and you have to really kick your skates to move, so it's super hard to do tricks. So, but I went down the half pipe. My mom took me and my brother to like I think it was Morristown or something, and there was like a skate park kind of thing in the mall or whatever. That was a pretty cool mall. I remember that mall. And somehow Matt picked up skateboarding and learned, and I'm still trying to figure out the skates. And it's because Matt figured out how to get the good wheels on the skateboard, and I didn't figure out how to get the good wheels on the skates. But I went down the half pipe anyway. At first, I just thought it'd be fun going down the half pipe. That's why if everybody's going to the skate park, it can't be that hard to go down the half pipe. But apparently, you have to know what you're doing when you go down the half pipe. So I made it up to the top to the half pipe, and now these people, I was like a teenager kind of little bit. I guess I was a teenager so far. And all these other teenagers around me, so I felt like if I didn't go down this half pipe, I'd be uncool. And good thing I had whatever I had on, I guess. I guess you had to have a helmet and stuff, so I had a helmet. So I guess I didn't listen. I pulled back too fast. I thought the other teenager, I didn't know who, some other person said, "Oh, when you go down, make sure you pull back." And I knew what he was talking about, but I didn't know. I guess I didn't time it right. So I pulled back in the middle of the half pipe, and I just basically fell super hard on the half pipe backwards on my head and my back and whatever. So I was embarrassed. I didn't try again on the half pipe because I freaking hurt. But I felt like I was going to make it. He said, you gotta jump in the half pipe. I said, okay, you gotta jump in the half pipe. And I thought I was gonna make out. I thought I was gonna make it to the other side because it felt like I was gonna make it. And then I pulled back, and I was like, he was lying to me. But then I realized, I know he meant when he was going on the other side of the half pipe, you gotta like somehow lean a little bit and let the wheels take you up to the other side or something. I don't know. And I didn't really skate that long. After that, falling down hard on the half pipe. So I collect things, and then I paid attention in school and everything, in classes, and I watched a lot of the collectible show. I used to watch a little bit of antique roadshows and stuff when I was young. I flipped the back in the day, I guess I'm retro. We didn't have all these damn channels and all these channels on the internet. We just had the basic PBS and whatever basic cable. So sometimes I turn to like the PBS channel, I guess that's how you say it. And I like watching Sesame Street. And one of my favorite shows is, I go through and try to find Sesame Street, and it's usually on one of them channels. And I don't know. I watch the American Pickers, the Stores Wars, and Pawn Stars and stuff like that. And I guess the Antique Roadshow sometimes. And I looked up online, and there's like a rare monkey with a banana. See, it's a rare monkey with a banana, and this is I have a monkey with a banana. I don't know where I found it on the internet. Apparently there's a rare monkey with a banana, and I think I have it. It feels like I do, because if you look at it, it looks like a super old monkey, right? See, back in the day, it feels like people didn't come up with tags, barcodes and tags and all that. They didn't think to do stuff like that because they was just making a toy at the time. So this looks like a really old monkey. So I was wondering, it's my theory of this monkey. If you look at it, because when I was watching American Pickers, they like collecting circus stuff, circus stuff. So I was wondering if this was sold at a circus back in, I don't know, the 20s, maybe the 20s, or maybe even, I feel like whenever a circus came up and invented as a circus. So it feels like, how these Six Flags got, if you win the prize, well, they did that stuff in circus. So I wonder if this was the prize at the circus, and it's a rare monkey with a banana. So I have a cool eye, because I pay attention, and I feel like this is a rare monkey. I feel like this, if you look at it, a reason why I could draw this monkey if I gotta get the feeling of art making. When you look at the circus advertisement, the banners that on American Pickers, it looks like one of the monkeys on a circus. It's like one of the. It looks like it came from a circus. It looks like it came from the circus back in whenever the first invention, whenever the invention of circus came around. So I'm not sure if this is the rare monkey with the banana. That's why I don't get mad at my family and friends back home as a veteran. I just get upset because, for one, the American internet and internet all around the world, the internet should be the simplest thing to do in the world as the internet. But it seems like everybody makes each other's lives complicated on the internet. So I really couldn't understand how people overreact of me being on the internet. You know, it feels like if you accepted me to be on the internet since whenever, I guess, you know, I understand movies and I understand the Matrix. So I'm not exactly sure when everybody started using the internet, but the internet is basically cable. The internet is television. And then people, I don't know if people can't handle technology or the future or something or whatever, or take the future the wrong way, or you read the book the wrong way. You know, just because somebody has a negative book about the future, you know, that's like saying, oh, you're going to believe this one person that wrote this book that says has a bad future, and then you really didn't have to have a bad future, because if you didn't even read that book in the first place. So, when I was in school, they told me to find a book, and say people don't use the library anymore. The internet is the library. So whatever you all teach each other to talk about, you actually feel like that's like some kind of education. So it's cool when you look at the monkey. And if this is super old, I feel like it is super old. Because it feels like a super old circus gift from the circus. That's how it looks if you look at it. If you look at the sneakers, the hands, even with the banana. So I don't know what type of games they had at the circus. I don't know how early this is, but maybe I say 1920s. But if they started the circus, say they started the circus around the 1800s. I don't know when this. I apologize, I didn't get a chance to look up on the internet and search everything back home like everybody else. I feel like the law used the internet just to search everybody, but I don't feel like everybody gets searched online, and that's why everybody's chilling on the internet. So I feel like I'll be a good dad one day. So when I collect things, I hold on to things. So if this is worth something, it's cool to hold on to something that old too. I understand each show. I understood the show as the American Pickers, Stores Wars, and Pawn Stars. They all have we are going to try to find the rarest shit in the world. So, all I know, reading something on the internet, that there's a rare monkey with the banana, and I feel like this is super old, and that's all I'm doing online. As to, if I'm smart enough to travel around the world and serve my country, and as a veteran, and then I feel comfortable that, man, I'll be a good dad one day, because I was basically taught how to collect things since I was a child, as my parents always took me to the flea market. When I go to the flea market, I don't know if everybody's the same way. I look at everything at the table. I try to see, not just, I don't want to buy everything. I just feel like, what I was trying to make a man cave, so this is called man cave stuff. It sucks when they take down the good shows on television. The man cave show, I was like, man, I feel like all my battle buddies, as we're all American heroes back home, we all thought y'all gonna do something cool for us. And it's like building me a man cave back home as a veteran. And I'm like, I want to be involved because I'm an artist. I know how to paint. I took wood shop. And I feel like I can draw out my own man cave on a blueprint. I guess you just use a blue marker. But, no. I guess I understood the measure. You have to measure. I guess the main thing you have to worry about is measurements. So every part of the corner has to be correct. So if something has to hold up a roof, you got to make sure it has enough. So the bigger the house, the bigger the beams, and bigger whatever. But I didn't come here to talk about that. I just wanted to show you my cool monkey. So, like I said, I'm not mad at my family. I just got upset because I may have been in special education classes and speech impediment or whatever, but I felt like I'm smart. I don't know how smart you have to live in this world nowadays, but this is cool to hang on to. I'm the kind of person, if I find something, I watching movies and my grandpa and stuff said, hold on to stuff like this. And I'm trying to. That guy, look, it's cool. This monkey matches my bedroom. I'm living with my parents now. Next month I'm going to be 40 living with my parents and I'm collecting monkeys. And I'm like, it's cool to help out my parents because they made me. But I feel like this is the one everybody is looking for. Because, you know why? I feel like people throw out the good stuff and keep the corny stuff. I don't know if that's true or not. So, I feel like, I don't know, there was geniuses back in the day. I don't know if there's geniuses in the 21st century. So, say you're like some kind of genius and you hid your stuff away from the world, like Michelangelo. I don't think we saw everything in art that Michelangelo painted or sculpture. Because, for one, people destroyed things. I don't know why. And because we came from caveman to internet. And I feel like we're still like caveman on the internet somehow. Even with the technology, there's still caveman on the internet. So, it's cool that you get to do things like that, because I don't know, I feel like that this is a cool monkey, and I just felt like this was that rare monkey, and it has no tags for a reason, because they didn't invent the tags yet. So, I feel like since this thing doesn't even have a tag, I feel like this thing is old, super old. And whenever a circus, because I don't know how hard it is to look back in history and figure out shit, but collecting a monkey is good enough for me as a veteran. If I can't be in some superhero movie, I think all my battle buddies probably wants to be in a superhero movie. Did you ever ask? Yeah, that's what you all claim that you want to help your veterans out, but you don't even listen. Number one thing that's wrong with the internet, you don't listen. Now you listen to every word that says on the internet or whatever, but we are, as a human being from caveman, where we have to be part of the wilderness, so our senses in the wild is more, we can hear more as a caveman, since being us on the internet. So we can't really hear anything. We're deaf. I guess there's different types of being deaf. Hear a little bit or hear nothing at all. And we're so far from being, I feel like we're back in caveman on the internet, because you all somehow got along in school as kids in the world to act like the internet came out yesterday and you feel like you're not capable of functioning on the internet or whatever that is. I guess that's part of the matrix. So I get upset with my family because I heard what my grandpa said. You know, I feel like I have the eye of grandpa, not eye of the, I got the eye of the tiger, but I got the eye of the grandpa. So, you know, I feel like I'm capable, you know. Look, I took that course in physical ed when you have to take care of this doll and make sure it doesn't cry. Man, you know how they make that baby cry in physical ed? I just basically stood up the whole night. I sat there and waited, and something happened to the thing, and I never cried. Because I stood up the whole night and made sure, and I just sat it wherever it is, and it never made it cry. I forgot what class that was. And I just sat there, I said, you know what, it looks like I just have to stay up all night with this thing. And it really never, I don't know, I feel like it never really cried. Because I really don't like the sound of a baby cry. It makes me cry. It makes me sad. So this monkey, somehow, Marty McFly went back in time when the first circus came out, and I got the rarest monkey in the world with the banana. And it just has that feeling. It just, if you look at it, it just has that feeling of being in a circus or something. That just popped in I had to make a video because that just popped in my mind when I'm looking at the monkey. I have it, he's up there. He's on the shelf up there. So, I don't know if that's the rarest monkey in the world, but they was talking about there's a monkey with a banana. And look, this monkey has a banana. And if you turn it around, man, it just looks like it came from, oh yeah, that's what happened. Doc went back in time and got the series. It always felt like they was supposed to make a Christmas Back to the Future. When the first movie came in and Einstein, the dog, went into the future for a minute, the car came back on with ice on it. And then when Marty went back in time, went the other way, he landed on a Christmas. He wanted to grow pine trees. So I guess that was going to be Christmas tree seller. So I always felt like every movie had a feeling that there was going to be a Christmas Back to the Future movie. So Doc went back in time to collect Christmas gifts for the future Marty and his family and everybody, just to make them smile at Christmas. And with the banana from circus from, I'm going to say at least around the 1920s. Or even this, so this is, I feel like this is before Wizard of Oz movie. I feel like this was before, so I don't know how many they made at the circus. See, a production line, they make a certain amount on the production line to see what that sells for that year. But when they make things at the circus, so I don't know how many they made. So if this is rare, it's not that bad shape for something that came back in time with Doc to get Christmas gifts for Margie in the future. So, this is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11, Michael Commiso and the Battle Buddies online. And what I see online, I'm not a bad guy, dude, and I couldn't understand how he all came up with that conclusion back home as, damn man, I was a shy kid in school with speech impairment and special educated, and I did something really good with my life. So I don't know how the law works, but it feels like, I don't feel like this. I think it sucks that you look at each other all bad on the internet in the first place. So I highly doubt the law looks at the internet and see everybody's bad on the internet, because there won't be no internet. And there won't be no happy time on the internet. So I just don't understand the world where it's like, if people could go back in time and collect something like this, I want to hold on to something like this. I feel like this is something you could take to the antique roadshow. So that's what I did with my landlord that passed away, Priscilla. I guess it's Priscilla Dominani. I don't know. She's Italian, I guess. I collect things, so maybe she wanted to go to the antique roadshow. I would have went with her, but I don't know. I don't understand the civilians back home. So I collect things on eBay, so she. So I'm just saying, double check. Not everything's fake, and not everything is a scam. Not everything is. People actually want to make something. I'm holding on to this guy. It's cool that I found this guy because you ever saw that movie with the monkey? I don't know if it was Clint Eastwood. I think it was Clint Eastwood with the monkey. And I think there was another movie like that, but I think it was Clint Eastwood. And he's being, I felt like, but he lived it. There was a movie where the monkey died in the movie, and they had made kids, and the kid was like the next generation of being friend with Clint Eastwood, or I think that's. So I cried when the monkey died, and the monkey. I'm a monkey person. I like tigers. I like monkeys. I feel like I like elephants. That's just a cool monkey. So I'm just saying, double check before you throw things out. Don't be a hoarder. Don't be a hoarder. Be a cool man cave. I'm saying, like, nowadays every house can have some kind of cool thing as to art, to cool things, and like everybody can be chilling, collecting monkeys in the world. So if you look at them, it's a really cool looking one too. It's not like, that's why I just bought it. I didn't know about the cool monkey with the banana until I looked it up. So I just looked it on eBay, and I said, this monkey looks cool, and I bought him. Then I looked up on the internet monkey, because I wanted to look up what this is. So I said a monkey with a banana, and they said something about being rare. And anything, if you ever hear the word rare, that's a good thing. So I'm holding on to this monkey, and that's cool enough for me and everything. But if you think about it, I don't know, in history, all battle buddies and my battle buddies, and we did a lot of cool things online as heroes. We all call us American heroes. So I feel like I am a really good guy, and just because somebody's having a bad day online, acting like nobody can get scammed on everything. It sucks. So, this is a disabled combat veteran, Michael Commiso, and the battle is on.